So, hello again, guys. I've just finished watching the Sao Paulo Grand Prix held in Brazil, and I brought a good friend of mine back, Matt, to review it with me. So, nice of you to come on, Matt.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, man. It's good to be here.
So, first of all, let's start. Let's start. Yes, at the sprint race yesterday, and even the drama before yesterday.
Yeah, it was I think it was a really exciting Grand Prix. Brazil always is, but I think that yeah, I mean, I think the thing that made it even more exciting was that Lewis Hamilton was disqualified. And I think that was just, and he was going into the race with an engine penalty as well.
Yes. Now, what did you think about the whole disqualification business?
I mean, I think if a car is disqualified for a technical infringement, it's disqualified for a technical infringement. There's nothing you can do about it. That's it. You know, I mean, I think back to Ferrari in '99 when they were disqualified for those barge boards. Teams can argue it as much as they want, but if it's out of the tolerances, it's out of the tolerances. What can you do, right?
Yeah, but I've got a slightly different view on that one because okay. I think as I detailed in my video yesterday, I think it would have been if that they couldn't prove that Max didn't do anything to the rear wing, even though it would have been very unlikely. You know what I mean? But
that's why he was fined. That's why he's fined. I mean, I can't afford €50,000 like that. Max seemed to take that like very well.
Yeah, but what a brilliant overtake of Lando Norris yesterday, wasn't it? I mean, that was quality, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've always said this. I admire Lewis so much as a driver. He's like an amazing driver. I mean, there's no one better at the moment than Lewis. But he's a brilliant driver. I mean, sometimes I don't agree with his points of view on a lot of things, which is that's just me as a fan, But yesterday he had the bit between the teeth, didn't he? He was really on fire.
And I mean, what did you make of the race today?
The race today, I mean, it was really exciting. I mean, I love watching Brazil anyway. I love watching like the Sao Paulo race. It's one of my favorites from being a kid. I mean, a lot of people are the same, right? But yeah, it was really exciting. I mean, you kind of thought at the beginning, is Lewis gonna? As soon as he started moving his way through the field, I thought, wow, this is on. Then within 10-15 laps, he was already up to the front. And then it's just really exciting, wasn't it? Like him just reeling in Max.
Yeah, and then there was a lot of controversy in it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
What did you make about the shoving and pushing?
It's racing, isn't it? I thought it was racing. I mean, of course, Mercedes and Red Bull are going to take two completely different views, which they're going to do, which adds to it. I think if you're watching Formula One, for entertainment, I think it adds to it so much. The fact that but if both the teams turn around and went, it's all right, it's okay. No, it's okay. No, it's fine. Our driver pushed your driver. No, it's fine. Then it wouldn't be fun. Like the fact that they're both arguing with the FIA, even before a decision was made, it just makes it more exciting, right?
Yeah, I mean, I reckon, Total Wolff was really pissed off.
Oh yeah, yeah, you could see him. Like he was absolutely. I mean, they might have taken the table away from him this weekend just in case. Like, so yeah, but it was. I think it was good, like political tactics by both teams. But I think it's funny, right? How you didn't see the onboard with Max. No one's seen that footage.
Yeah, if you had to judge it, how would you have judged it?
I think Max. I personally, I think Max was under pressure. Right, I think that he probably saw Lewis going for it. He had the speed advantage. He had DRS. He's gone around the outside. He's defending hard, and I think without seeing it, it's difficult. But my gut feeling is that he did let it go a little bit off the track to just defend and make it look like he was doing the same.
Yeah, I mean, but how many points is it the difference now? It's
I don't know. I haven't even looked yet.
It's about I think it's about 15 or something. I mean, we've got 3 races left.
2 of them are new tracks, which no one has any data on.
Yes.
And they won't have anything really. They might have. I don't know if the FIA have done any tyre tests there with Pirelli, but if they have, then they've got a little bit of data. But that's it. That's not. They're just telling them what tyres they can bring. They don't have any. No one's ever done any races there. They're both like new tracks, like completely. One of them I don't think is even finished yet.
Yeah. Right. If you had to put wagers down.
I don't know. Who did you put your money on?
Well, I think Lewis is going to still edge it.
I think Red Bull. I do. Part of me wants to just for argument's sake, and just for the fact that Lewis has won a lot of championships, a lot of races. I want to see someone else at the top. I mean, he's the best driver. And the best man's going to win, right? But I think that I personally would like to see Max winning the championship.
I can understand that, but I really want Lewis Hamilton to get the 8th.
If he gets the 8, then what I don't want to happen is for him to get 8 and then call it a day and then leave, and then Max is just going to run away with it for a couple of years until anyone else can match him. I don't want that. What I want is Max to win, then Lewis to want to win his 8th next year, and then the battle carry on and on and on. That's how I want it to go. I want the prolonged battle. I don't want a quick 8 and I'm gone. I want a prolonged championship battle, like backwards and forwards.
I don't think Lewis Hamilton is going to do Rosberg. I don't think.
I don't know. I think after he's won 8, I don't know. I mean, no. Who knows? I mean, I don't think realistically, probably not. He's going to do a Rosberg, probably not. But there's that risk,
I mean, coming back to the race, I mean, that was just incredible, wasn't it? I mean, I really did enjoy.
I did. I thought to myself, I said, because I was watching it with my little 7-year-old, and I said to him, if Lewis overtakes Max, that's it. Max is not going to come back. And I don't even think it was a case of Max being beaten. I think it was a case of just Lewis being so great, he's overtaking him. And I think Max was pushing his equipment as hard as he could push it. And he was under pressure as well. And I just think once Lewis went past, I just didn't think he had the pace, And I think that was, and then that's it. Once Lewis has got the momentum and he knows it's going to be an amazing race and an amazing win, he won't stop.
Yeah, so Do you reckon? I just hope it's not going to end up being something dirty like.
Nah, yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't want that either. I want it to be a clean victory. But I think there's enough. I don't know. I'd like to think there's enough respect between these two that they wouldn't do that. But you never know. In that moment, you know.
Having said that, I mean, I seem to remember reading somewhere that Total Wolff did say a collision is going to decide the championship or something.
Yeah, I think that's Toto playing mind games. I think that's it. Like, I would imagine Christian Horner saying something similar. Do you know? Because the thing is, those guys are both brilliant bosses. They're both brilliant managers. They're both brilliant team leaders. Do you know? Christian is a little bit more outspoken, isn't he? And Toto's a little bit more calculated. But I could imagine them both saying similar things just to cover their bases. So if it does happen later on, they're going to turn around and say, "Well, I told you he was going to hit him." Do you know?
Yeah, but you know, who do you think is going to have the nerve? Like, who do you think?
I think if anything, it's going to be Max. If anyone does hit somebody, it will probably come from Max. But that's because Max is very aggressive. He is younger. This is his first serious attempt at a world championship. You know, Lewis has been there, done that. If Lewis doesn't win, it's not going to be the end of the world for him. Whereas if Max loses, for him, it's going to feel like the end of the world.
Yeah, although he has stated all the whole of the weekend, he has stated that it's not going to make any difference to him whether he's going to win this year, next year, or the year after. But I think in reality, I think it does, because
Lewis wants to win. Lewis really wants to win. Lewis would prefer to probably retire unbeaten. You know, undefeated. I mean, that would put him down as, you know, if he had 8 or 9 world championships and undefeated against someone like Max Verstappen, who is considered to be one of the best rising talents in recent history, since probably Lewis or Vettel. He can retire with that, you know, with like the notion that he is the best.
So you know, what were your highlights of this Sao Paulo?
If I've got to say in order, I would say Lewis's overtake on Max was incredible because there was so much at stake, and having known that Max had almost had him off a few laps before, Max is weaving, he got a black and white flag, and then Lewis just stuck with it and overtook and got past him. That was incredible. That was the highlight of the race for me. The second being the Brazilian atmosphere. I think the Brazilian crowd at Sao Paulo is just, they're brilliant. You know, they're so loud, and I think there's no Brazilian drivers in Formula One at the moment, and yet they support Formula One with the same passion they would have done if, you know, Massa or Senna or Barrichello was driving today. And then third, I would say, I think slightly unnoticed was Gasly again up there. You know, in a poorly performing AlphaTauri, you know, he's still right up there in the points, consistently doing well, overtaking. He had a good overtake. I can't remember who was on now, but I think it was Ocon. He had a really good overtake at Ocon. You know, he finished I think he finished 7th behind the Ferraris.
Yes.
And that is a B team car, you know, and Gasly is such a great driver. He really is.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was the move yesterday at the sprint race. I mean, that was absolutely.
Or Norris around the outside,
that was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I think Lewis's overtake on Max Verstappen, like you said, I mean, I personally thought it was going to be over, like I didn't think he could get him.
Yeah.
And I think if Max would have won this race, I would have thought, I would think that championship would have been over.
Yeah.
But I kind of think this one is going to the wire.
Yeah, 100%. This is going to the last race for sure. And I think that's what, as Formula One fans, that's what we all want, right?
Yes. And then because I also found it iconic that when Hamilton stopped on track to get the Brazilian flag.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna go down in history. I mean, I don't know, like it's rare to see a sportsman or Formula One driver stop to pick up another country's flag. You don't really see it that much. So it was interesting to see Lewis do that. I think he's probably just putting himself as a marker as a world leader in sport, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I can only echo that. I haven't spoken to you for a while, but like since I've had so much contact with Formula One teams, and I've had 2 interviews from with Aston Martin.
They were great. Yeah,
I'm in touch with Aston Martin. And I've been in touch with other Formula One teams as well. I don't know whether you managed to see the interview which I did with Matt Bishop. But
no, I haven't seen that one yet. But I saw the one with I can't remember her name now.
Jess Hawkins.
Yes, I saw that one. That one.
I mean, it was just. And this is what I love about Formula One, because it's like Matt, for example, he just said in his interview, he just said, so he called out basically every single Formula One team to actually give me some time.
That's great.
Yeah, and
he's quite an influential person, isn't he, Matt Bishop, in Formula One?
Yeah, and it's so incredibly, I've got a signed cap from Seb.
Nice, mate. That's great.
Standing here, standing right next to me, like on my desk. So I'm really loving sort of the situation. I'm really loving the sport, and and I've been growing ever since. I've managed to grow my YouTube channel I'm monetized now. So
yeah, that's great news, mate. Great news.
If you ever do watch my videos,
yeah.
Don't skip the ads.
Of course not.
No, but honestly, it's just been incredible for me. I really have enjoyed sort of doing all these interviews and doing these doing all these videos, and it's just been awesome. And to be honest with you, I'm really glad that it turned out the way it did this weekend, because I would have hated to see that the penalty that Lewis Hamilton got ruined the championship.
Yeah. I mean, it's like he's really bad at it when penalties decide. Like, do you remember? I mean, the one time where I really hated the FIA for getting involved with a penalty was Lewis in 2008 at Spa, where he was having a really close battle with Raikkonen, and he cut. I think he did something where he cut the chicane or something, and then overtook the next corner, and they said that wasn't allowed, and they disqualified him, or they gave him a 20-second penalty.
Yeah.
Raikkonen had already crashed out, but then they ended up giving the race to Massa, who wasn't even involved. And I mean, we all know that Lewis won that year, but that could have been completely the other way around, you know, just because the FIA's got involved with the World Championship.
And yeah, I mean, I think it's been a great race. So
yeah, it was a great race.
So are you looking forward to next week's?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't know if I'll be able to watch it live, but I'm very interested to see what happens in Qatar. I haven't seen much of the track yet, and I think it's exciting that we've got new tracks in F1, and I think that's really, really good. Whether it's going to be a track that's got a lot of overtaking and it's exciting and it's challenging, and we'll see. But you know, it's nice they're racing in new countries that they've never been to before in terms of races.
So what did you think about Yuki Tsunoda?
I think Yuki Tsunoda needs to retake his driving test. What about you?
I think I don't know for the life of me how the hell he managed to get a second year on his contract.
Oh, I mean, I think Red Bull / AlphaTauri, I think they're looking for consistency in terms of their lineup, and I think they're looking to give him a chance because they get criticised a lot for just cutting people. So I think that's probably why he's done that. I mean, he does show glimmers of speed, but I think he's a little bit of a Maldonado, isn't he?
Yeah.
He does love shoving it up the any side of the car, left or right, doesn't matter, he just does it and then blames the other guy.
And what did you think about, I've got to end this, I can't end this without asking you on the incident that Martin Brundle had on the grid at the circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, right. I got a good view on this, I hope. My view is, if you don't want to talk to the F1 press, don't be there. Simple. Martin Brundle was completely within his right to get angry about that and take the mickey out of them, because they have no right to refuse to talk to the press if they're there to make a press, attendance.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything about the sport, don't be there. If you are there as a guest, you need to participate. Simple.
Yeah. And I mean, I've done a couple of videos about it, and I think like celebrities should donate to charity if they get invited, because technically they don't need to be there. You know what I mean? They don't need to be there. Yet they get invited to these to the Grand Prix, and somebody like me, somebody like me who would
enjoy it a lot more.
I would literally, love to be there. Can't afford to be there because I can't travel there. And I mean, I got really cheesed off actually, because
I can imagine. It's like they're being like a bit like sport brats, really. It's like they're too good for the sport. If you're too good for the sport, don't go there. Give the tickets to somebody who wants to go.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, give the tickets to teams, to fans that can't go because of
100%. 100%, mate. 100%. I think what they've started now, what's it called, the Martin Brundle clause, and I think that's brilliant. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant. I mean, yeah, great. Because Martin is a legend in the sport. He's been going since the bloody 80s. He's amazing. and he's been commentating since '97. He knows his stuff. He's brilliant, probably the best commentator at the moment. And if celebrities are going to be rude to him in his field of expertise, then so I don't even know who that rapper is. You know. Wow. I'm a Formula One fan. I don't follow rap.
No, but as I said, can you imagine somebody like me getting the chance of going to a Grand Prix?
Yeah, I know, mate. Well, I think you should have that guy's ticket. That was rude. I think you should take his ticket instead next year. You know, they should ban him.
But anyway, have you got any last thoughts on it?
I think this has kept the championship alive. It was a really exciting race. It was the tension was amazing. Brazil always gives a great race, even if the weather's perfect or bad. You know, it always gives a good race. And great weekend, great Grand Prix. I think it was really good. Yeah,
so I think that's a good note to end on. As I said, I think that was a brilliant race. Obrigado, Brazil.
Yeah, obrigado.
I don't know how to end it in Spanish, because my Spanish is
Portuguese. Say, muito obrigado, Brazil. Felicidades. Bom voyage.
There you have it. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go and get closer to the 100,000 subscriber mark. I want that silver play button. And if you want to support me in a more personal way, you can do so by clicking on becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button for a small fee. But it would really help me out, guys. Cheers for watching. Bye.
Bye.